Taurus is creating love within the atmosphere. And this has to do with the moon illuminating a certain path. And a path through these Cancerian waters, and using water to manifest through sensing, and it's negative. Now water wants to flow. And there's, speaking of these Cancerian waters, there's the crab. These waters are emotional. And being vulnerable is honoring the growth. That's how the crustacean molts. It honors its vulnerability. So it's pointing to honoring your vulnerability and understanding that the water wants to flow. It's part of how you're manifesting. And that right now you're in a time of a fear of intimacy. You're keeping yourself safe, connected to the luxuries of the artificial world, or what makes you feel safe from within the past. But it has to do with letting go and understanding that this water wants to flow, and to take a risk in love. That within love there is risk. There's an energy that's honored here, an electricity that is part of creation. And without it, you feel stagnant. You don't feel alive. Now there is alchemy to this. And it's the alchemy of the path of your emotions. And what and how, like literally how it's being broken down through the Two of Cups. This path of divine alchemy is being illuminated through sound. The birth of sound. From the Four of Cups in separation, and not keeping yourself in meditation and separation for too long, understanding that you need to move in order to feel alive and to charge your electromagnetic energy field, and that this is a part of you. This is unity. This is going from fear to love. You're no longer fearing intimacy through connection. It's through healing from gluttony. There's an overconsumption of emotion here. It's like getting high off nostalgia lane, when you get high from the past and you get stuck in feeling a certain sort of way because you get addicted to it. This is healing from the addiction of being you, your old self, because you're birthing a new self. You're materializing a new self, a new you, a higher vibe you. Because you need a higher vibe you to get to where you're going, to hold within you. Like you're this sacred vessel, and you're expanding this sacred vessel to materialize your divine inheritance, what you came here to co-create, which is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Now here, within the three, there's a sacrifice made because too much has been consumed here. Too much emotion has been consumed here. Now there's a sacrifice being made, and it's of the past. And it's a fear of intimacy. It's a fear of love because you've been hurt. But you're going to create a new story now with the divine. And it's part of you. You know it's part of you. This dream is a part of you. That's why you're here. So the wheel turns. Now, when the wheel turns here, there's the connection to going down the rabbit hole. Now, I'll never forget when I took a trip into hell within the lower world during dream time and met up with a lizard man, and he was stealing my sexual energy. But when I rode there, I rode into the lower world with my brother, and he was there, and I realized love is everywhere. That love is everywhere, and I had nothing to fear. And I realized I didn't have to fear him. And I never believed in these lizard people when I first had my awakening till I had this experience. But this is not being afraid that truth is stranger than fiction, not fearing it, because listen, this dream is a collective dream that we are all co-creating together. We all have a say in co-creating reality. We each have our own pen with our electromagnetic energy field, and that's our energetic signature. What we are co-creating with our energy. And we are in charge of this. We are literally co-creating this world. We're dreaming it into being through what's happening within us. We're in alchemy. What's happening within us isn't alchemy as to what's happening without us. As to what's happening without us isn't alchemy as to what is within us. And we are dreaming and co-creating this world into being. Us, we have more power than we've been led to believe. And it's time to co-create a new story. One that is higher vibed and authentic with God, in order to heal the conflict. There's conflict now that is caught within your electromagnetic energy field that's bunging up your third eye. This is about expanding your third eye, where you house God within your body. And it's time to be kind to your body. It's time to have compassion. We're in the time of compassion. Now, the wheel has spun. The wheel spun during eclipse season. We had our lunar eclipse in Virgo, and that was the activation of the Five of Cups. And this is regret. This is taking something for granted. This is taking love for granted. But it's part of your path. And it's part of literally shifting dimensions, the bridge to what you came here to co-create within the Two of Cups. To have this experience. And it's going the right way. But you had to have this to feel this remorse, to feel this regret, to feel and have the experience of taking love for granted in order to know how sacred and precious it is, and why you want to take care of it, why it's important to take care of it, and why you're being courageous enough to face your fears in order to have this deeper love that is authentic and divine. There's a key piece of information. It's authentic and divine. It's real. It's not of this it's not of these artificial programs that's saying what love is and then making you feel guilt and shame if it doesn't look like these artificial programs running. This is real authentic love that is of this real world, of God's world. And it's healing from guilt and shame in order to manipulate the mind's eye where you house God in order to stay lower vibrational. This lower vibrational container. No, you're expanding into a higher vibrational container in order to contain your expansion. And this is the activation of what's happening here within the Ace of Cups, because you're going from the Four of Cups here, separation, because you're whole, and separation has something to teach you, but you're going to take a risk on love. Because there's risk in love. There's unknown in love. Look, you stop fearing the unknown because you realize what's unknown is where you're truly meeting God. You want to have a date with God? Do something you're afraid of. Do something that's unknown. Do something that's not written yet. It's time to pick up your pen. Remember, you are co-creating reality right now, and your power is in the present moment, and you came here to activate with your authenticity the true story of you and not fear it, and to heal from shame, to heal from guilt, to heal from manipulation, and love the true connection of love of you. And it's going to allow you to connect deeper with this world, with your loved ones, with your people, but with yourself and with God. This is about a deeper level of connecting with the oneness. We are all expressions of the one divine nature, and each living being is a reflection of that self. Real love becomes so much easier when this is understood, and this is everything is a reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection of itself, and it's all one. And this is not blaming without you, but going within you and telling a new story and co-creating something new, co-creating something that's higher vibe. But in order to do so, you have to activate a new story. This is mission work. This is something that you came here to do. It's within you. You're not searching without you, you're searching within you. Now, my brother started collecting Pokemon cards, and I was getting ready for this reading, and my mom was like, oh, look, there's a card on the floor. But I realized it was a Pokemon card. But we both said, well, it doesn't matter. It's still the universe collaborating with this reading, as it always does. And that's how we get here, because it's a miracle to get here every day. But it's beautiful to see how it all comes together. Thank you, God. Thank you, everyone joining in here. This is the activation of your new story. But it's built with truth. It's built with authenticity. It's built from within you. And understanding that we have the power. You have the power. We always have. And you're seeing something because of what happened during this eclipse and taking something for granted, but it's shifting you into a higher reality, because remember, what goes down goes up. And it's opening you up to miracles. When your hands, your mind, and your heart are completely open, this is when magic begins to happen. Drop all presumptions and be open to miracles. And you have to be open to receive this, and you have to believe. And this is the thing, like DMX said. DMX said miracles are not happening when it's all sunshine and rainbows. Well, the rainbow does come out afterwards. That's the blessing, right? But it's during the storm. But it's because you're being deliberate right now, and you're being deliberate as you're being called to connect with nature. And as you're being called to connect with nature and have your third eye activation and this expansion with the sacred vowel systems, and this has to do with grounding. Remember, answering the call, and we're going to talk about this in a second. Hang tight. What the moon is illuminating is how to use your sexual energy as well in order to co-create and go from fear to love. It's part of this Two of Cups expansion and working in the Garden of Venus that we talked about last time we met up. And you can find those readings in the description or at the channel, or as a time before. One of the times. This is traversing those Cancerian waters and then working in the Garden of Venus in order to ground your manifestations. And it literally is within this third eye activation. You're answering the call and finding sanctuary. That's opening yourself to your spiritual source within grounding. Go deep, explore your roots, and this is literally how you're blossoming. You're blossoming through your mind's eye. You're blossoming with your light through meditation. And the rose's kiss